a nice second overtime win for Complexity, and we're going to head straight into that next matchup because it's already underway, and that is going to be
Team Coast versus Winterfox, and we're already in the server now, and I'm going to assume our producer is in the server too, so let's get right into it here now. Winterfox currently actually up against Team Coast in a big way, 6-1 at this point. I'm looking to grab the 7th here in just a second. Current situation, a 3-on-2, and both of them heavily armed here with an M4 and an op, so obviously we'll be looking at those two saving. Not a whole lot more context we can provide, though, considering we just joined this game and don't have a whole lot of information on what happened previously.
I like it.
And again, keep in mind too, by the way, guys, in case, because I saw a couple of questions about this in the chat, why Pitt, XP3, and Devilwalk have over 100 ping is all three of those guys are playing from Europe, and not only are they playing with that high of a ping, but it's about 5:30 in the morning for them right now too, so they're probably all pretty tired at this point as well.
They're having a good time. You get that tired and you're just like, you shut your brain off and you're just like, time to frag out. So either way, up 7-1 on the Terra side of Cash. That's a huge start for them. And I believe we have a pause because the freeze time is not lowering whatsoever. This is probably, I would imagine this would be a tactical pause out of Team Coast, just down this much. You're just like, all right, we've got to figure something out. We can't give up many more rounds in this half. We've got to get it going.
And I sort of hate to reference a game which was so heavily against Team Coast, but one of the more recent matches I watched for them when they played against CLG on Overpass, they actually did a similar thing where they just took a fairly long pause, if I'm being completely honest. This is when I was casting it with Mega Man just about a week and a half ago there. And they took a fairly long pause and they actually were able to re-strategize based off of that in the round after, although that was the only round they picked up in that entire match. Thankfully, that pause actually allowed them to grab that and finally get themselves onto the board. So these pauses, just off of purely experience, have actually done quite a bit for Team Coast, as it seems the leadership and has been pretty strong in that regard, so maybe they could recenter themselves off of this one and try to pick up another round.
Well, they're going to need more than just another. They're going to have to go on a pretty solid streak here to end this half, or else Winterfox might just clear things out. And look at all the money built up as well. Anger's down pretty low after just buying out, but XP3's got about 8 grand. Pith has 6,400. Lex has almost 4,000. Devilwalk 6,200 before he buys. And there's a lot of good money on that Winterfox team, and they're on a 5-round win streak. So the full losing boat is in the way of Coast.
So they're once again just still sitting back here, trying to see exactly how they can work things out. They're buying up right now, so looking like maybe you're going to get unpaused here in just a couple seconds, but Winterfox, no reason to worry for themselves either. The money situation actually not as good as I would have hoped it is. Of course, you do have those cross-out exceptions where you've got both XP3 and Pitt sitting at 7.8, 6.4, but for the rest of those guys, they're actually not sitting so high for being on a 5-round win streak here. So Team Coast has been doing a good job as we actually take a look at how many players have been left alive. They've been doing a good job of bringing it down to consistently between 1 and 3 players each round, but again, similarly to actually parts of that CLG match, it's just clutching it out is the big problem for those guys.
Yeah, I mean those are moral victories that don't matter anymore when you get to like 1 to 7. Like it's all good in the hood when you're dealing that damage and it's like 5 rounds into the half. But now they're just like, man, like this is just too much. We've got to start winning these, and they are. They basically have to win. I mean they need to get to like 6 rounds in this half to even have a chance going forward.
XP3 with a very far back boost right now, looking for a peek coming out from Whitebox there. He's going to see that nade coming, so might get an opportunity to eliminate Stanislaw if he goes for this one, but really no reason for Stanislaw to overreach that at this point, so they are going to end up destocking that one. And again, still plenty of time left here too, so nothing being rushed from Winterfox at this point, just trying to see if they can catch an early kill, and then they're probably going to move to whichever site they should choose from this point forward. Pitt, in the meantime, has sort of been exploring outside of B, but doesn't find anything either, so they're probably going to go right from mid-control now. After not picking up any kills, still going back to the default plan of getting it from there. Drawso in a pretty good spot to get these players off guard, and if he can get the aim win, but not going to be happening. Devilwalk takes him out, and now we'll see those players funneling in the middle pretty quickly.
Yeah, but 2 entries, Devilwalk and Anger both grabbing 1. Now the defense is so weak. There's Stanislaw lurking through the smoke. He's got to fall back, though. Devilwalk still up top, watching for this. And Stan can't get that kill. The B hit is on. Dumore's got to do a lot of work in this position. Lex doesn't check it. He gets dinked. But Dumore cannot find the kill, so he falls. The B bomb site is open. 4-on-2 now. And Coast, like I said, they have to win some rounds. They can't exactly try and save this. They have to find a pick early on here and make a bid for this retake.
And they move up here now, looking to see if they can catch anything, but very, very slowly being played out here. And again, there's no reason at the same time, previously, what we saw with XP3 looking for that kill from Whitebox. No reason for these Winterfox players to move, so they're either going to commit a run, and they are going to choose to run away. They'll go for the save here, and again, look to take that M4 and the op previously the last round into the next round, but Pitt, back over here on Highway, actually catches one of them, going to be able to eliminate it. Invert, though, with the op shot, going to be able to take him down, but if he does end up going inside Squeaky, Devilwalk may be able to catch him as he's very, very close to him. And in just a second here, the door's going to open up, and oh, thankfully Invert stops that, but there's still actually more coming his way. Let's see if he can hold on to this, as Anger's looking for it, but he doesn't actually catch the fact that he had gone behind the forklift, so he makes it out with that op, thankfully, after all.
Yeah, that's another tough round, so 8-1 now. And now that you can just see that they have the full losing bonus, and they basically just have to buy. They need rounds. So you see 2 Famuses coming out, only 1 kit on Invert. They have some decent nades, though, behind this. They have 5 smokes, they have 2 Molotovs, so they have some tools they can use. You know, we didn't see, like you said, we didn't see the first half of this half. But, you know, some early aggression to maybe get a kill early. They're going to go for this run boost, but they struggle with it. They're not successful whatsoever, so they abandoned it over at the A-bomb site. But still, very slow default by Winterfox. And they're just going to decide where to go from here, from the mid-round.
In terms of where Team Coast is trying to play themselves out from, Stanislaw will be positioning himself just outside or inside of Checkers here, waiting for a push to come from the Winterfox players through that angle, but Invert actually is going to open things up here as he catches a little bit of an aggressive Lex there, trying to move himself through the mid-doors, taking him down from that angle. And now Stanislaw is going to push forward a little bit here too, and actually might find himself right behind Pitt if he doesn't check behind him, and he's indeed going to pick up that kill. XP3 did find an equalizer in the meantime though, and the rest of Team Coast has been pushed off of A, but Winterfox have to go and reclaim that bomb to begin with, and take a look at this now, as Stanislaw actually has control of the bomb right now, so this is a huge play from Coast, taking down Anger, and now they've got nowhere to go with this, so they might actually be able to steal this round away.
Yeah, they definitely should, and the key now is not lose too many players. Oh, what a no-skill from XP3, takes out Invert, but either way, that's finally a nice round. Dumore is going to salvage an AK-47, trade it out for his Famus. They're more than likely going to drop some weapons to get full utilities on the remaining 2 players who don't have guns, so their economy is still weak for at least one more round. They've got to clean this one up as well. They can't let Winterfox reset them, but either way, I mean, we talked about the money on Winterfox's right when we joined this server. It's gone now, everyone below $1,000, so Kosa's got themselves in a position where if they can reset this money for Winterfox, they can close this gap just a little bit, give themselves a breathing room.
And Anger moving forward here too, catching Invert with that grenade there, bringing him down to about 60 HP. Stanislaw pushes out from Checkers, is going to be rewarded with a kill on a Pit there too, as Pit took a very aggressive position on top of the box, so Winterfox getting a little bit overzealous, and because of that now, Coast are actually going to be able to find an opening kill. They sit back pretty much in default positions here after finding that opener, and this is a good strategy for them too. Now they're going to have, now Winterfox, I should say, is going to have to worry about getting that response kill, and they'll have to get aggressive off of the hands of that, and even more so now, Coast is still ready for this. Invert getting that shot is going to be able to take down XP3, and now it looks like Coast finally getting a grasp on the situation here, but however, we still have that take attempt with 3 players left from Winterfox coming over towards the A site, and they have started to shift over towards B. I'm not sure what had prompted this, but for some reason, there is a belief that this plant may be going over towards the B site.
They're just covering all their bases at the moment. 2 in each bomb site, 1 just to cover middle, just a spot. Drosso won't commit to a fight here. He's just looking for intel. But either way, 2 players in this A site. That's a nice setup. Bait and switch, and there's 2 nice shots from Invert with the AWP. He's got 3 total on the round, and once again, they survive with 4 players, so building up that economy. I would imagine, because since we've gotten in here, we've seen all slow defaults out of Winterfox. I'd imagine their next gun round is going to be something a little bit more fast-paced.
But they won't be doing that just as of yet here, as they have been reduced down. Just as like I said though, and that was the most impressive. That was the thing from Team Coast, is like I said, it hasn't been rounds where they've been outright just losing it here. And Winterfox had this absolutely massive economy. It's only enough to make them through 2 losses there, and despite being on what was a 6-round winning streak there, so they're going to get reduced down here pretty quickly. But they do go for a semi-decent investment here, a couple PC50s and a deagle going on in the hands of Pitt, but they're already ready for them here, and a great double kill coming out at the hands of Drossel and Drake. Drake picking up the 2 actually there, and looking to finish off Devilwalk and all. He almost stuck away with the plant, which would have been absolutely brutal considering what we went through with that round with, and Pitt's going to be the last one. He's quickly dispatched as well there by Drossel, and once again we'll see Team Coast picking up yet another round, up to 3 in a row now.
Yeah, so that's good. Now, I mean, they put themselves in position to salvage this half. It's still going to be a losing effort no matter what, with Winterfox is already up at 8. But now, there's no AWP on XP3. They have 5 AK-47s. They don't have great utility on the terror side, and this is where I think this is going to be something pretty fast-paced out of Winterfox, is they have the mobility with all these AK-47s. They don't have a lot of utility to toy with and slow things down. And you could see some flashes coming in, some smokes up, a quick boost. No one's really committed quite yet, just spotting for anyone to peek that CT connector.
And the rest are getting ready to move in again here, going for that mid control. And we'll very quickly move from that over towards one of these sites. But Team Coast actually moving over towards middle now as they do hear these nades pluming out. And Invert here, he's got to be careful on this peak because there's so much aggression coming his way. Nobody actually checking inside of Z, though, so he could potentially make a big play here, but Anger is going to open it up on the A site. There's Dumore, but Pit, Devilwalk, and XP3 all getting a hand in the fight there. Going to be able to take him out. And Lex so far, the only one without a kill, but could pick up the team ace. And I think at this point, too, it's been pretty much handled by Winterfox. Stanislaw way over here on the B site. Not a whole lot he can do to work with this one. He will manage to sneak this kill over off on the Pit, but now it's a running game here. He's going to try to get away and save this M4, but here's Devilwalk to try and stop him, and he'll take him out very quickly right there.
Yeah, nicely done from Winterfox. It's just a clean sweep coming into that A bomb site. So they take it right back, grab their 9th. But the economy that Coast built up, I mean, they didn't, in that 3-round losing streak, they only lost 3 people in all 3 rounds, so they have a lot of money. So you're going to see that AWP buy from Invert once again, Colts and full utilities on the rest of them. So Winterfox still has a little bit of a way to go, and I don't know if this is a misread or if Pitt just thinks, why the hell not? But he's only got a MAC-10 this round.
So we'll see from Winterfox again. It may just be confidence in their part.
I'm assuming he's going to be the first one out, so yeah. He never has to stop running with that MAC-10. That's got to be the only logical answer coming out of this door. There's 2 players right next to door, Drake and Drossel. Oh, this is a delayed push. That's a clever play. Really big aggression from 2 players. They're not ready for Devilwalk to be there as well. He cleans them out. Now this A hit is on.
And they're going to go right into it now. Devilwalk, of course, picking up the responding kill after losing Pit just a few rounds before, but the smoke's preventing them from moving forward as of yet here. Now they go forward, and Lex could jump up on top of Big Red here, but they don't know what's on Highway. Devilwalk wrapping around them, a Coast with a no-scope there, being able to take the kill over onto Lex now. Devilwalk quickly correcting that and leaving it into a 2-on-3 with the post plant. 2 of these players rotating in. Stanislaw getting some nice damage back over on the XP3 with no response coming back onto those guys. And now everybody from Winterfox is injured here, so all they've got to do is come in and finish them off. A 1-for-1 trade, but now Stanislaw pushes in. Might just go blindly for the defuse. And XP3, I'm not sure if he's heard this or not, but it's going for it. He's got to push for this. Is he going to be able to stop it in time? And he doesn't! Ooh. Just before we saw the kill go off, the defuse managed to take itself through, and we'll see Team Coast once again sneaking away with another round.
Yeah, we've seen that plant spot can just be punishing if the retake is so close as it was from Coast on that bomb site. So there it is. XP3 just had to be respectful of the fake defuse and just stalled out just a little bit too much. But either way, last round of the half is going to be a full buy with that plant. I mean, Winterfox this is no slouch of a buy whatsoever. 4 AK-47s, a Deagle on Pit. We've seen the damage he can do with it.
So from all the Winterfox now again going back for a lot of mid control to start this off here. Pit down to just that Deagle once more due to the economy being limited pretty heavily. And Lex looking for just this push to come out here as Coast has chosen to go aggressive this round. Drake, unfortunately for Winterfox, will be sneaking away with a kill before he falls. And Drawsel there too, getting himself out into the open. Don't believe Lex was expecting that to happen at all, so he's going to get a superior angle advantage against him. And that'll be another kill going by the way of Team Coast so far. Unresponded to, but there's Anger finding it, being able to take down Dumore, and this will leave things into a 3-on-3 for now.
Yeah, and a good rotation here from Winterfox. They have mid control and they just fall right off of it. And they come back. They know they have to clear out A main. Devilwalk's very cautious. Someone could be pushed up in here. Very interesting. The bomb is down, but there's no rotation whatsoever from Coast. Look at this play. There's 1 player in mid, 1 player in B, 1 player in A. No matter where Winterfox goes, it's a 3-on-1 situation.
I'm not sure if Drossel can actually see it because of the smoke, but what? Regardless, that shouldn't even matter there, as I don't know why he was checking Highway with a teammate there. So they're actually sneaking in. They get the bomb. Invert gets a kill, but I mean, as you said, they didn't. There's no way he should have realized. Because how do you realize the bomb? There's no way in heck they would have stayed on the site, because now he just walks in, he grabs it, and he casually walks out here too. That had to have been an oversight on his part, not catching the bomb.
There's just been some miscommunication on the side of Coast, and now Invert worked his way over towards Quad. He's going to get that kill with the AWP, spots out Anger, but Stanislaw cleans him up from truck. So I said Coast was going to have to get to 6 rounds if they wanted to have a chance going into the second half. They got that 6. So we'll see what they can do on their terror side. But either way, good half from Winterfox. Although when we joined, it was, what, 7-1? So, I mean, the rest of the half was 2-5. And that can't feel good when you're up 7-1 to lose out like that. I mean, you still have a good score line, but losing that heavily at the end of a half where you're up huge, It's never a great thing.
I imagine the entirety of the attitude right now on Winterfox's comms is fairly frustrated, just considering the ping thing going on there. So all three of the people playing from Europe are probably not in the best mood overall due to all the flukes that are probably going on due to the lag that they're having to deal with right now. But anyway, that's a little bit off topic. And now we move themselves again. Team Coast having to come out big on the T side. They'll move themselves again for mid-control, similarly to a lot of what Winterfox was doing, but Winterfox really not going to resist this at all here. They've left themselves, and they've actually gone aggressive inside of A main, so they'll catch that at least, but now this big push coming up here through Highway. Dumore finding the opening kill of the half here. He's going to be able to take down Lex. XP3 responding to that, but now caught in the open. They're reloading, so they're going to be able to eliminate him. Pit with a duel, he's actually finding one there, but he's quickly going to get traded out by Invert. It looks like Team Coast have control of the situation, but Anger's not going down just yet. Finds one kill, drops the bomb carrier, and now this is a 1-on-2. Anger still with full HP and a Zeus to work with here as well.
Oh, one tap. Nice shot from Anger. Can he get the last one? He can. Anger comes up huge. 3 kill it in the round for him. What an ending there. Anger bails him out of a tough spot with some really nice P2000 work.
And there it is once again now. Winterfox, although it was looking very, very bad for them earlier on in the parts of that round, Team Coast immediately swing it back or apologies, Winterfox swing it right back around in their favor at the hands of Anger. They're coming out in a very, very big way indeed. Survives the last man alive, and Winterfox go 3 men on the rifle upgrades. They'll keep Pit with the P9 to try to get some damage done, and then Lex using the MP7 here to try and stack up a little bit of extra cash. For the rest of Team Coast, though, line up outside of A main, probably going to use this to take mid control very quickly and just see if they can work that highway take again.
Yeah, they're going to try. An X53 spots it, spams through the smoke, doesn't connect any damage, but he knows they're out, so that should signal Lex and Pit to be a little bit more cautious of the highway coming up. Pit gets blinded from a team flash, and there goes Lex. He gets dropped with a pistol. Pit's in a really awkward spot, pushes into A main to give himself cover. Meanwhile, XP3 has cleaned up everything else, and the bomb's not going to get planted. Draw Soul with red HP. They should not let him get away with this one, and actually there's a smoke covering him. Is Pit going to get there in time? Doesn't matter. Devilwalk cleans him up through the box.
And again, Team Coast slowly sticking back down here, but he's of course being on the eco round, so not expecting them to come out too big at all. And picking up 2 kills, no plant though, so overall not the best situation for the players on Team Coast in terms of what I bet they were sort of expecting to get out of that one. So there will be not really a build-up in the economy for Winterfox, but they'll be able to keep it in the same position they had it going into that last round, so.
Yeah, no plant either of those 2 rounds. Coast, I mean, they didn't buy armor or very many upgraded pistols, just some utility to try and get that plant, but it doesn't go out for them, so this is 2 rounds they're not going to have any purchase whatsoever. Great opportunity for Winterfox to build up some bank behind all this. And this is going to be a fake. It's going to be the smokes and flashes are going to be thrown over towards the A bomb site, but 3 members waiting outside B. Anger in a good spot to shut this down, but he starts to rotate. He might even over-rotate. Devilwalk's going to be all alone here, and there's Stanislav swinging out, but a nice headshot from Devilwalk slows it down. Now he's just got to wait for Anger to get back and support him. But Anger's smoked off. He pushes right through, gets aggressive, gets cleaned out, gets traded. Draw Soul with 2 entries onto the B bomb site. They're at least going to get a plant out of here.
And you're also looking for more here, too, as XP3 is going to overexpose himself, but it works out in the end of things. He picks up the kill and Pit, too, with the touchdown. Coming in, finds that nade frag over onto Draw Soul. And Winterfox pick up yet another round, looking good for Team Coast to maybe swing it back around, but it all falls in the end. And Winterfox keep the 3-round spree going.
That's actually a mistake from Invert, just because, I mean, they were going to have a pretty solid buy this round no matter what, but he was planning in the open for checkers, even though he and his teammate, the only 2 remaining members on the terrorist side, were both in the site. So that planning for checkers doesn't matter in that situation, so just plant safe, just get that $800 solidified, but he gets cleaned out because he's so exposed.
Oh, the nade stack, though, coming out. 3 fragger hits go over towards Invert, and already a kill in the hands of the players from Winterfox here. So now Team Coast, they work their way. 3 players sitting in useless river right now. And if things stay the way they are, of course, this will definitely maneuver its way over towards B. But Winterfox are ready for this. They've got 2 players near the vents, 1 inside of it, just about to jump out of that now, too, and work his way into checkers. And you still have XP3 on the site by head glitch with the op, too. So this is not the site that Team Coast want to push towards. But if we see Lex hitting any more aggressive, and if he actually works inside of the garage here, then they're going to have no choice. They're going to be trapped.
Yeah, but Anger's going to bait him right in. XP3 and Anger both get 1, and there's Lex on the quick rotation in the vent. XP3 with the ops doing all the work. Lex does eventually fall, but XP3's got that angle. Right through the wall goes Drake. He falls down 13-6 now for Winterfox in another round with no plant. Not a lot of damage dealt whatsoever, so Team Coast backs against the wall. They could force buy here if they wanted to, but they might just choose to save one more time, see if they can get a win on a full buy.
They're going to go for the Tech 9 Armor buy-up here, seeing what they can work with this one. Not a whole lot of utility so far being brought into it, and overall at the end of it, after they leave the zone, not really anything at all. They've got 2 smokes and 2 flashes for the entire team to work with here, and not even everybody getting the Tech 9s, as you mentioned too. Stanislaw only ends up buying those utility grenades. Drake, of course, goes a little bit heavier, but we'll see Dumore going for the Deagle Armor instead, and Invert only is able to pick up a P250, so very, very light indeed, and this should be the easy 14th point for Winterfox, but this is being done strategically from Team Coach just because, of course, they want to try to challenge this to the best of their abilities on that 14th round and prevent Winterfox from getting to 15 points by any means possible. But already XP3 and Lex picking up the first 2. Lex finding another one there too over onto Drossel. Stanislaw getting the response over onto Pit, but now we see Drake pushing forward. That gets shut down by Lex too. And Lex actually coming out of that one with 4 kills and 2 HP at the end. And another free op too, so they now have a free double op setup to work. Or actually, they had this of course, but they've now going to keep that double op setup they were working with before. And it will now be at that 14th point where Team Coast can get the much more sufficient buy-up.
Yeah, it's two of the high pingers. 2 of the guys with 150 ping using those AWPs, and Pit that round couldn't hit anything from the MBK corner. So he's going to get right back on that horse and go for another try. But this is allowing them, I mean, look at this. They can have 3 members play in mid. This is kind of that play style that has gotten popularized of having an op in each bomb site. And look how fast, with the complete mid control on the defensive side, rotations are so quick to either bomb site, but doesn't help that XP3 falls to Invert. He gets really aggressive, swings wide over at the B site, gets picked off, and Invert still holding that angle. He jumps and he spots one more. Devilwalk's just got to fall away.
Pit picking up another shot there too, going to be able to take down Drossel. Now off of this one, Team Coast going to go for mid control once again, but this is really, overall, unfortunately, none of their T-sided strategies have really gained anything as of yet here in Lex, although he's got a little bit of trouble there. He's going to get a 1-for-1 trade. Stanislaw jumps out there after his teammate falters, and he's going to be able to pick him up directly after that one. But Pitt even now knows that there's going to be a little bit of play happening from mid, so he keeps his eyes on this one. And now that the call has come that it's shifted over towards middle and potentially could be going to B, they're going to move more of their players over on the highway and Z area, as well as B. Stanislaw again getting a 1-for-1 trade there too after Anger takes down a teammate. This will bring things into a 2-on-2 now with Team Coast still having nothing. And oh my god, that shot from Pitt takes down Stanislaw, and now it's all on Invert.
Yeah, he does switch over to the AK-47. Moved out in mid. He's got a lot of space to work with. Pitt, I mean, he's not even going towards the A bomb site because he knows Invert could already be there. But Invert's got some decision making. He's going to push into the connector, and Pitt's just holding this so close to the AWP. If he moves whatsoever, he looks the wrong way at the wrong time, and there goes the kill. But the death cam is on, and actually Devilwalk, I don't know, did they not hear each other? Devilwalk makes a footstep, and Invert drops and wins it anyways. So a nice 1-on-2 from Invert. He just goes Rambo and takes out Devilwalk at the end.
And we will see Team Coast managing to sneak their way through that round, of course. Now keeping their dream alive, as it were, here. But Winterfox, of course, coming out of their own rounds here with pretty clean statuses, keeping about 3 to 4 players alive each time. So they'll sneak through with at least this one 4-step round. Isn't going to be super duper good, as we can take a look here. They've got enough utility to work it, but XP3 again here with the op, nothing really else to gain from that one. And Anger, just so we could get that extra utility that was missed on XP3, he does have to reduce himself down over here to a 5-7 to work for that, but already paying off there. We've got XP3 picking up the first kill. He's going to find Drake out. Now from here again, Team Coast still playing it very slowly, nothing else being used upon this, and they're lining up to either work inside of A main or go for middle control once again.
And Coast isn't really, they haven't really decided what they want to do. They're playing so far back, so passively. They have no map control, so they're going to slowly work over towards the door, line up for an A execute, it looks like, at least for the smokes. Nope, they're going to volley out the vents. And now 2 members in A main and 2 are going to go door, and Stanislaw has that smoke for the bomb site.
It's been an overall problem we've noticed from Team Coast here too, is they just kind of do the same thing every round where they just sit back, and unfortunately, like a lot of matches I've watched recently, or just a lot of matches I've been seeing recently too, with the sort of newer teams that have been formulated together, there's just no responses, there's no trades coming out at all, and we'll see Invert actually gets the double collat shot, finding another one. What the heck is happening here? Invert moving in, but Anger is going to actually be able to shut that down, thankfully, and stop that before it gets too crazy. But, I mean, going back to what I was saying there, the big problem overall is with Team Coast is that we're just not seeing a lot of trades coming out. So we see a lot of those free kills happening, and there's no attempt to stop that. And they just kind of sit like a frozen duck back over outside of A main or something like that while their team captain tries to figure out exactly what they want to do.
That was a nice shot by Invert, though. That double kill, that was beautiful stuff.
It was very good. It was a beautiful shot.
And now, I mean, they're at match point 7 to 15, so there's no more saving for Team Coast. No chance to do that. They're going to have 4 Tech 9s, 1 Deagle. They're going to have the utility, and they're just going to fall into an A take. the old standard, and actually this could work out well. Pitt's the only one. He has a P90 over towards this A site, playing close to door behind this smoke. But two members of Winterfox are going to be able to rotate very, very quickly when this hit comes in, and Pitt hears it coming at the moment.
And the rest of Winterfox, again, just moving themselves very much so all around the map here. Pitt's going to get taken down first. XP3 finding another shot directly after that in order to take down Dumore. Following upon this, it's just XP3 unleashing hell with his op. Devilwalk trying to get a piece of the action here too, but Drake moving through with that Tech 9. He finds two more onto his kill counter there. Anger getting a response there, but still leading things into 2-on-2. It'll be Anger that finishes off yet another one. Devilwalk helping out a little bit with this one. And all of the hopes and dreams of Team Coast at this point are on the hands of Drelsel. No bomb left, 45 seconds. They're technically not actively peeking this at this point, but they can very much so do so at a moment's notice here. So I think they're actually waiting for Drelsel to move towards them and just being careful. He's going to pick up that op, which of course is a very, very interesting choice for him to use in this 1-on-2 scenario. But he's able to squeak through. He gets the bomb and should be able to evacuate over towards the site and get the plan. And where is he going? He does not have enough time to go B. Yeah, I think he was just face checking it.
Yeah, he's just checking his flank, but this AWP is going to be able to find some one-on-ones at range. Anger and Devilwalk are going to have to try and group up. Anger swings out a little bit early, and he just closes things out. Drossel doesn't even get a shot off, and there's a Molotov, but they're going to extinguish it and get the defuse. So that's going to be 16-7 for Winterfox, despite the high pings off the back of a huge start in that first half when we tuned into a 7-1. So,
and again, this is overall, I think, still just Team Coast, again, just to explain, too, as we didn't really have time to do the pregame for these guys. Team Coast, of course, being one of the two move-up teams coming into the Pro League this season, so still with it being only in the second week here, they're still kind of in that stage of getting beat up a little bit, trying to figure out exactly how they can play against these teams in the Pro League, and not overall too much to expect from them at this point of this early point in the league, I should say.
Yeah, and on the side of Winterfox, I mean, they went 1-for-1 in the night, but I don't know how much longer they're going to be in Europe for to have to deal with that kind of internet connection. But the fact that they go 1-for-1 in the evening in that kind of a situation, they're going to be very pleased with that for sure.
All right, guys, well, that is going to end the stream for this evening, so thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to join. I think here on the main stream tomorrow is going to be Mega Man and you, correct, Moses? I think that's what the plan is. I could be wrong, but I think tomorrow is going to be Mega Man along with you, Moses, on the main stream, and then
yes,
Holden and I, we do have an Excess game that's going on. I think at 9 o'clock is when we have the double header going on, but I think it's going to be me and Holden doing things over on the second channel there. We'll be covering that game, so be sure to join us tomorrow, of course, for that one, and once again, if you'd like to follow us over on Twitter, it should be right below our cameras, and we hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thanks to all the sponsors as well, and we hope to see you tomorrow for more ESL ESEA Pro League.